Doing Time with Deputy Mike.
Hi, welcome back to Doing Time with Deputy Mike. I'm your host, Mike, and it is November 7th, but this won't come out till Monday. Hopefully Monday. That's when it's supposed to come out. But today we are, I'm talking about FFA and the students from FFA and their fundraiser. Is it called Nate's Nectar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Nate's Nectar. There it is. So without further ado, let's move on to roll call and meet my guest. Grab your feet and take a seat. It's roll call time. So welcome everybody to the show. You guys nervous?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. If you start
No.
talking, you'll be fine. We're gonna go introduce. We'll come around the circle. Go ahead and tell me about your who you are, program, and then we'll just move right around.
My name is Wyatt Piper. My program is Landscape Design and Technology. My home school's Badger. Thank you for having us on today.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Hi, my name is Aria Vargas. My program is Power Equipment Mechanics, and I'm the FFA historian. And my home school is Mineral Ridge.
Welcome.
Awesome. Hi, my name is Zoe Edenfield. I am in Vet Tech. My home school is Howland, and I am FFA's vice president.
Hi, my name is Lyra Kolb. I am the secretary for FFA. My home school is McDonald, and I'm in the veterinary science program.
Welcome everybody. So let's go ahead and move on into. I gotta go. My bad thing with this is I'm always saying so. I don't know why. I only do it right here. But let's move on to interrogation time.
Oh, goodness.
I'm scared.
Interrogation time.
Okay. Without me saying so, which I almost just did. I literally just caught myself. You guys are doing your fundraiser, your yearly fundraiser, which is usually oranges and fruits and things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad it's not no more.
Yeah,
Well, you know
a
what?
lot of
All right.
people are.
So there's a story about me and your fundraisers.
Oh, goodness.
So, not last year, year prior, of course, I always buy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not cheap. Well, that year I ended up with COVID.
Oh, no.
Missed the entire December when the fruit came in. Never got my fruit.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
I'm sorry.
I didn't get my money back either, but I don't mind. I don't mind. It's nobody's fault. Last year I ordered fruit. Didn't get my fruit.
What?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I didn't get my fruit last year, and I was here, and I didn't get my money back. But it's okay. It's all good. It's all
You
good.
get your stuff this year. I promise. I will deliver it to
No,
you personally.
it was nobody's fault here.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
just one of those kind of weird things. But before we go any further, though, I want to thank everybody that came out to the elections, was just a couple days, and I would love to thank everybody in our community that came out and helped with our stuff and gave us their support for all of you guys here,
Mhm.
at the students and the staff. The school's an awesome place. They love their students. They do a lot. I mean, we got a lot of cutting edge stuff, you know. And so thank you for coming out and supporting our school. And all right, let's move on to the fundraiser.
Awesome.
So go ahead and tell us about the fundraiser.
All right, so our fundraiser is it's a Nate Nectar's thing. Nate's Nectars is a family-owned and operated raw honey company. They deliver high-quality honey products. They have delicious creamed honey, non-toxic beeswax. They have some lip balm, some healing salves, and just a whole bunch of other stuff. So we had a little slideshow put together by Aria over here. She did a phenomenal job, so I'll let her even talk about it a little bit.
Tell us about your. I can't really. It won't flip. I
You're
don't
good.
play it. Oh wait, yes it does. Yay!
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
That pretty much sums up all of what Wyatt was talking about.
All right. How about that one?
Yeah. This presentation was just to teach the FFA
FFAs.
members about how to market this and what we were selling for and why we were doing it, because it is a big issue with us that a lot of people don't actually know why we raise the funds in the FFA. So that's what this presentation was really all about. And yeah.
Well, first off, let's talk about the FFA. I lived in Southern Ohio,
Mhm.
and I grew up here. So, well, there it is. I actually grew up on the west side of Warren, and then my parents built a house. I had family out like in the country, but I never knew anything about FFA until I moved to Zanesville, which is Southern Ohio, and FFA is huge. And now, my time, the women weren't in FFA.
No, they weren't.
They were future homemakers, something that.
They weren't integrated in until like
No.
in the 1960s, and even then they were
Well,
still
I'm
like,
not that old. I mean, I didn't go to school in 1960s.
Yeah. It was like, it's hard to explain.
I don't know when you guys changed, but in my 80s,
Yeah.
they still weren't.
I think it was between then, or even earlier or later, excuse me. But they had like some segregation for the women of what they could do, what they could wear. Like for our attire, we have options of what we're allowed to wear during meetings. But when we were first integrated into FFA, we were wearing skirts, button-down shirts, jackets, scarf, and we had to wear heels.
That's how I remember. That's how I remember them. But they had one huge room, and I mean it's a big room. It's bigger than this. We're in my school, and it was all kitchen labs and sewing, which I think it's a shame that it's gone because so many women don't know how to cook.
Oh, you're talking about home ec.
No, this was this was whatever. This was the FFA program.
Yeah.
Which some people don't know, which is Future Farmers of America.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, this was actually built for them. They had home ec, but they also had that too.
So like it was their own CTSO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was something like Future Home Makers something or whatever.
Yeah.
But like we had guys, depending on what you got into the FFA down there, because we had guys out. They were literally logging. We had students out logging.
Yeah.
We had students which were farming. We had a bunch of different cells. I don't know all of them because I wasn't in it.
Yeah.
I do remember I was traumatized because my one friend, they were literally logging down by our school, and they had all the safety stuff on. Here he had a thing in the tree and it kicked the chainsaw back and literally like right down his leg, and they were carrying him out of the woods. I was going out to work out and they were bringing Pat up, and I was like, oh, traumatized me. That's actually, I'm traumatized. I will not use a chainsaw. I'm afraid of chainsaws.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, well,
That's
I
so
mean,
bad.
it's one of those things. It happened, and you're a kid, and like, oh, someone's muscles hanging there. Yeah, it was traumatizing. But I mean, they do a lot of cool stuff, and people don't realize exactly what FFA is.
Yeah. Basically what FFA is, it's a student-led organization. We help with like, say one of the programs wanted ideas of their own fundraiser. If they have an FFA member in their program, they can help with that, get some tips from the actual other members in FFA, and we also help in the community. Like we were going to do trunk or treat, but the person who was our advisor at the time, her baby got sick. We do all sorts of things. So it's not like we're just in school. we do a lot of
How
things
many of
outside.
our labs are
Oh.
in the FFA?
4.
Yeah.
We have power equipment. We have equestrian studies. We
Mhm.
have vet science, and then we have the program I'm in, which is landscape.
Well, you know what? Let's start with you because you're in landscape. Tell us about your program.
Boy,
Not
we
to get off this because we're all
Mhm, yeah.
covering all this.
We wow, we do. You know, a lot of people ask me what we do in landscaping, and they always like, well, what do you just do, mow?
No, you're.
Now that is a lot of it, but there's also so much more. I mean, just for the past, I think, 2 weeks, I've been up at Equine, the new building there that they're building, and I've been doing some drainage. We're taking some corrugated pipe and bringing it down to some Schedule 35 drain pipe, and we have it like a French drain kind of design, which is just you put the pipe in there, you dig out a trench, you put the pipe in the ground, then you surround that pipe with gravel, and normally it's sometimes it's perforated, but this pipe that we're using isn't, but it seeps down into the drainage pipe, and it'll go into a drain basin.
Well, you know, landscaping. I wish we had pictures. Our landscaping lab, they built a putt-putt range,
Mhm.
which I really want to go play putt-putt. I like how every year the seniors get to pick a design, and they bring in literally the block, like, what kind of block? I don't know my blocks. They're not cinder blocks. They design patios in there.
Yeah, like paver blocks.
Yeah,
Mhm.
paver
Mhm.
block. So, and there it is. They were really cool designs. And then literally, like the one which I could have had, I was asking, it's like, so how much would be one of these there? Is that so again? And what was the price? Like the way you guys had your class laid out, he was telling me, I think it was around $6,000 $7,000. I'm like, wow.
That's crazy.
It is. It's crazy, but it's beautiful. I mean, the way they lay out their class is cool because the way they redecorate it and lay it out as landscaping is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like out of
It's
all
like-
of us, that is the most beautiful program.
Yeah.
Because I love being in there. It's such a calming environment.
Yeah, they got the greenhouse. I
Mhm.
really love the pond back there that you guys got going.
Yeah,
The
that was our
turtle's my
Yeah.
our project last year.
It's almost like a little go away and like you could just sit there and chill out and collect your thought area.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Wyatt, question. Can I steal the turtle?
I forgot about the turtle.
The turtle is so
I
You know,
want
Is
the
funny-
turtle.
the turtle's still there?
Yeah, funny
Mhm.
story about the turtle. So one of a senior this year, but a junior last year, one of my classmates brought the turtle in, and we named the turtle Roger. Well, Roger's normally a male name. The turtle's a female, so I
Female.
don't know how we got the name Roger, but that's the turtle's name.
You should have checked with Miss Leonard. She could have told you what it was
Miss
first.
Leonard did.
She taught me things about turtles and all tortoises and
Mhm.
yeah, I didn't know some of that stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's pretty nifty.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your lab.
Oh, my lab. Okay. So we do basically what we do is we tear down engines and then we rebuild them up. And then we do a little bit of welding, which is what I'm going into after high school. So right now we tore down a diesel engine and then we built it back up, and right now we're putting on we're putting on gauges and stuff, and then towards Christmas time then we start to work with biotech and we make our own like natural fuel for diesel, and so that's really
Nice.
cool. Mm-hmm.
And I will say she's a very busy individual because I see her. She comes to the night classes at Adult Ed.
Mm-hmm. Adult ed welding classes
Yeah.
every Monday and
Yes.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, with Mr. DeJarnette,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. I'm doing great in there. So.
Good. Good. And we have two from veterinary science. So I'll let you both talk.
You can go first.
Okay. So basically in veterinary science.
so again.
What?
What did you say?
The so. See, it's catchy, isn't it? So. Now I threw you all off. I'm sorry.
I'm trying not to say it again.
So,
Veterinary science, we focus on like your pocket pets, your reptiles, your dogs, your cats. We also cover some of our large animal breeds like the horses, cattle, sheep, anything under the sun.
Mm.
We learn about medical terms, diseases, parasites, just the basic stuff you need to know. And then we also learn like grooming etiquette, how to groom dogs. You brought your dog, I think.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Well, yeah, I brought our little psycho dog in, Diesel.
Diesel.
Well, the poor guy has a couple issues, but now we're bringing Scotch, and he's
Oh, Scotchy.
yeah, he's a big baby.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I bet your dog?
Yeah, you could pet Scotch.
Yay.
you could actually pet Diesel. He was attacked when he was just a puppy by a pit
Oh
bull,
goodness.
and he was torn apart pretty good.
Yeah.
Aw.
So he has some issues about being touched like underneath, and
Mhm.
he always was a big baby when it came to water. You thought you was killing the poor guy. Like you stick him in water, you think he's melting.
Mhm.
But
He's
so,
he's
yeah.
part husky. That's probably why.
No, Scotch is part hot.
Scotchy?
Yeah, Scotch. He's part husky.
Oh, okay.
He's a golden retriever and
Hus-
husky. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's just. Here I am.
Yeah.
It's like he's my 95-pound big baby.
He's like all white.
My pity
Yeah.
is my big baby.
Heterochromic eyes.
Yeah, his eyes are kind of freaky at times when he looks. I don't know. He gives you like these looks.
Human eyes?
He has
almost?
one brown eye, and then the other eye is like
no, he's got two
brown eyes.
blue.
Two
Very
blue?
blue.
Blue. Yeah.
Same with
Very
Lady,
pretty.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, is sky like ocean blue? It's like,
Mhm.
it's so pretty because she has like blue near her pupil, and then going out towards her sclera, like it turns into like this bright baby blue. It's so pretty.
Mhm.
He's got that like they're darker on the end, like outer, but they're like real bluish white.
Mhm.
And he just gives you like these. Like he'll roll his eyes at you. Like when you're scolding him, he'll like literally roll his eyes. Like really.
We experienced that a few times when we were grooming him. He gave a little bit of attitude.
Really.
Real funny.
He's a
Yeah. Do you want to cover anything?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you covered the baseline pretty well of what we do.
Yeah.
Our junior year, we do a lot about pocket pets, mostly just like your guinea pigs, your rats, hamsters, all that fun stuff. We learned about all the AKC registered dog breeds. We learned how to groom. Our junior year, we just focus on the prep work, so the nails, the paw pads, all that stuff. And our senior year, we're starting to get deeper into haircuts. What else? We do Tech Tuesdays as well.
Oh my goodness, Tech Tuesdays.
What's Tech Tuesdays?
Tech Tuesdays. Oh.
This past week, we just learned how to like do a bandage on like a dog leg.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, so
like
if they're
splinting.
cut or split,
Yeah, like
So
a
like bandages
Vet Tech
and
Tuesday,
sutures.
essentially, like things that we would use in a clinic.
We've.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No.
I was just gonna ask if you guys have learned how to do sutures yet, or do you guys learn how to do that eventually?
I think we do
We're
at some
gonna
point.
learn it eventually, but if like some of us came to like open house to look at our careers, I remember that one time when I came in and we did sutures on a banana, and it was the coolest thing ever.
Oh,
to
that's
me.
right. Yes.
It
Yeah.
was like so stupid cool,
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you guys were suturing.
and that
up
was like with
bananas.
Miss B when she was
Mhm.
still here.
Yep.
I thought she was very intimidating.
She can be.
Mhm.
Yes, she can be. Oh, there it was. You do a very nice job with the dogs. You really do.
Yeah.
And that can be overwhelming. You guys get a lot of dogs in there.
Yeah.
We can get like up to 12 in a day. And
Can I bring in my dogs?
we don't take student dogs,
Ah.
sadly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
Well, I think they'd be overwhelmed. Do you do like outside or just teachers?
If a teacher knows someone with exceptions, maybe it's like a sibling or like husband or like significant other or just somebody in the family, we have exceptions for that. Like I know we did the old equine teacher, her dogs, or
Yeah.
Mrs. Tree?
Mrs. Howard?
Miss Howard came in with the 2 dogs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Zeke and the
Not
others.
Zeke and Zuzu. It was Odin and Stormy.
Oh.
But I know she doesn't work here anymore. But
no,
we still take
she's
them.
in the
Yeah, she's in the
front
yeah.
office.
Yes.
Front
Oh,
office.
yeah.
She's
well,
still here.
She's still
Mrs.
here.
Howard is
We
still
just
here.
don't see her enough.
Yeah, she's not a paragol, is it
No,
anymore?
she's up in the
yeah.
front office. Secretary, yes.
Yeah. But who had that really pretty German Shepherd that came in?
I don't think that was a staff pet.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had somebody come in with this gorgeous German Shepherd. I don't know who she was, but I think she was related to like one of the staff members.
Okay.
So that's like an exception, as an example.
I think if you took the students' stuff, there's just not too many. There would be too many dogs.
Yeah, we don't have enough hands for that.
Yeah.
Plus, we can't always be sure if they'll make it on time, if they'll have transportation for their
Right.
dogs. We don't know how their dogs are. Like, some of the dogs that have been coming to us have been coming to us for years. So we know, like, their temperament. We've met them before. With student dogs, it's just kind of iffy. It's not, like, the safest thing we can do, and we're trying to keep, like, the environment that these dogs come to as safe as possible. Because
Yeah. I know
OSHA.
Mrs. Kish's dog is pretty nice
Yes.
and wonderful.
yes,
so.
Miss Kish's dog is amazing.
Well, I took
Isn't
us
it
off
Gracie?
the beaten path. Well, I wanted to get out about your guys' lab
Mm-hmm.
and to cover like what FFA is, so people
Yeah.
understood. But let's get back to the fundraiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I changed the thing for you.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we raise funds so that students don't have to pay for competitions, so we can pay for FFA equipment, T-shirts, field trips, and yeah, there's probably more I'm not thinking of. Can you think of any?
I know we raise funds for like any decorations you have in your lab or
Mhm,
any
yeah.
events that we have going on. We use that money to host those events. And then any like national or state competitions.
So let's talk about all your competitions.
Oh,
Oh, we
fun.
don't have a lot of competitions in power equipment at all. I don't think we have had any in the past few years because they just haven't had any competitions. So
Really?
Mhm.
yeah.
Does landscaping do anything?
We're a fairly new program, so we haven't. It's been talked about. I don't know that we'll get. It's a possibility we do one this year, but it's not. It's pretty unlikely. From what our teacher was talking about, though, the one competition that has been brought up is the landscaping Olympics. That's what it's called.
Really?
I think. I can't remember exactly where it's at. For some reason, I want to say like I think it was at like a college, maybe YSU, Ohio State. I can't
Finley?
say that for sure. It might have been. I can't remember exactly where it was at, but it's pretty much just a whole bunch of things like doing landscapes and stuff, and then you can drive equipment, and it's just like the Olympics. You get scored on whatever activity you do. You can choose that activity, whatever you think you do
Okay.
good in, and I mean you get scored and you can win like first place, just like the Olympics. But I know that's been talked about. I doubt it's going to happen this year, but I know I believe it's a future plan for
That's
the
pretty neat.
landscaping program.
How about let's talk about your guys' competition. You're so quiet.
So in the fall, well, we do about 3 every year. There's we have animal management in the fall, vet science in the spring, and we also do grooming as well.
So you went on the grooming one
Yeah.
last year. If you want to talk about that.
Yeah, so for the grooming, there's 3 parts. There's a written test, our practicums, and our identification. In the practicums, you just kind of go in and they'll ask you a question that's completely random, and you just have to talk them through it the best you can, really.
Do you want to do a scenario? Because I
Well,
can do one real good.
do-
Oh, I have mine.
Do you like actually like do any grooming there, or just talk about the grooming?
Well, I think we went for grooming 1, right? There's like 2 parts to it. The grooming 2,
Yeah.
I believe you actually groom, but we went
Okay.
for grooming 1, where
Grooming
we just
1.
went to test our knowledge, basically.
Knowledge. Okay.
Yeah. And then we have the one in fall, which is this Monday. I might be going to it. but basically it's small animal management. So we talk about small animals, reptiles, anything from chinchillas to rats. We talk about nutrition, health, and then housing, because that's a really big factor into an animal's life if you are having a small animal. And it's basically like grooming, where the judge will ask you practicums. They could be like, so say I have a guinea pig. What housing would I use, and what should I have in the cage? And you have all of these items out on a table. You pick one, explain your choice. So let's say they have a wood one, wouldn't choose the wood one. Plastic one, not the best for them. Metal, you would pick the metal one, explain why. Reason being would be guinea pigs can't chew through metal, they'll chew through wood, and they'll chew through plastic. And then accessories, nothing that can break their teeth and nothing that could kill them.
I just learned that the chinchillas can't get wet.
Yep, nope,
What? Yeah.
they can't get wet.
God, I know. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I love chinchillas.
if their fur gets wet, their fur rots off at the root, and they can die.
That is
Wow, that's
horrifying.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever want to look at a chinchilla again. Thank you for
it's-
ruining them for
I'm
me.
so sorry. It's because their furs are so tight packed and they're so fine that I used this as an example last year when we were talking about them. Imagine you over shampoo your hair and then immediately slap on bleach and then slap on conditioner. Your hair is not like going back to its original state,
Are
so
you
it's
trying
just
to say
melting
you
off.
look like me?
No, no. It's literally what it does. It melts off. It doesn't
Yeah.
just like rot.
That's
Well,
what
it
I
can.
heard. It like kind of melts and one.
It melts off. It doesn't just like fall out. It just melts. It's
That's
so
crazy.
weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That makes me sad.
Oh, okay. So you guys don't do competition. What about field trips?
We don't do a lot of field trips either.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we don't do a lot. We usually just work on our engines and hang out, just hang out with each other. I guess.
Well,
We don't do a lot.
Your class did field trips, right?
Yeah. So last year we went to the what's that? It's by the Youngstown Airport there. It's that big
That
event
expo.
center.
Cavelli Center.
No, not the Cavelli Center.
By the
It's Expo something.
but by the airport, over by Anna Fowler.
No, yeah, or I'm sorry, I guess it would be more Cleveland area.
Oh, so you went to the expo center?
Yeah, the Expo Center. I don't remember
Okay, I was
exactly
gonna
what
like,
it's called.
am I missing something?
Yeah,
over there?
no,
'Cause
not
I
the
live out
Youngstown.
that way. I'm
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, not Youngstown, but the
when did they build that?
the Expo Center there.
Okay.
It was plant and garden show pretty much, and they had some other
Oh, they
like
have
roofing
they
and
have
stuff.
some big ones up there.
Mhm.
Yes.
So we went to that last year, and that was fun. I mean, it was just more so learning about the industry, looking at plants and looking at what people can do with landscapes and hardscapes and all that sort of stuff. And then we took a trip we went to a rose garden, and we maintained the landscapes there. And then we actually, Miss Papagna, we went and did a design for her house, a landscape
Mhm.
design for it. We went there to get measurements and stuff, and then we came back, and over a couple months we designed it, and then we went back and actually did some work for her. And then I'm trying to think. I think there was one more that we did last year. Can't think of it right now, but and then this year, just recently, we went to the community skills nursing home, and we did just some bed maintenance and stuff like that for them.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on Facebook, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we'd do more field trips. I jokingly suggested we should go to Bass Pro Shops or Rural King over in PA, because those are stores that are pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, so I hope we can do some field trips before I graduate.
Too bad we didn't have like a little tractor manufacturer around here. That'd be up your guys' alley.
We could take a field trip to Mr. Fraley's shop.
This is true.
We could look at his cupcats and stuff.
That's true.
They could actually go up to Columbus, to where our last competition was, and they have a like farming machinery history museum. So you can like look at the engines, look at the big
That's
things.
interesting.
That's interesting.
I think that would be interesting for both the seniors and the juniors
Mhm.
to go to, but
Yeah.
we'd probably need like an extra teacher or two because
Ask
we could be
Mr. Craig.
rowdy. We could definitely be rowdy.
How about field trips for you, ladies?
The zoo.
The
Walmart.
zoo?
Yeah.
Walmart.
Have you,
Yeah.
Well, have you done? Well, yeah, you guys, you literally go out and
Mhm.
you help purchase the food and stuff
Yeah.
for all the animals that we
Yep.
have here.
How often do you do that?
We do that
Once
one
a
time
year.
for the seniors only because
Yeah.
juniors cannot be trusted. Love you guys, but sweet Jesus.
That's crazy.
Love them, but who? But yeah, we go out, get the supplies we need that we don't have because we don't keep the animals there over the summer. They come home with us.
Right.
Like we'll go get
The bedding, the food.
cleaners, bedding, food, treats, toys. What else
All
litter.
of our cleaning products.
All of our cleaning products, new brooms, mops, anything we need, we go and get from Walmart. And then we just keep stocked up from like PetSmart and Pet Supplies Plus. Miss Leonard goes and does that for us because some of us don't have cars.
Who usually keeps the animals?
Students.
Yeah.
Students over the summer. Yes.
They're assigned they're assigned animals.
We
Yeah,
have
we
a
do
cute.
our animal lottery.
Yeah, we have a cute little raffle.
Hmm.
You get to see who you got. I regret my decision from last year.
Well, what'd you have?
Bear, the bunny,
Oh.
that black bunny.
Is he? He's not the biter, is he? No. Which one's the biter? There's one that's always biting.
Berkeley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you regret your decision?
Let's just say he's frisky. And I'm just gonna leave it there.
We'll leave it at that. All right, so can I see this?
Absolutely.
So here it is. So I actually purchased. I ended up getting the honey cinnamon, which sounds
The
good
whipped
with
honey.
Oh, yeah.
bagels, and then the caramel, the honey caramel. I've never heard of that.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I just got one regular one too. Which really I actually eat honey. Like I'm a big tea person. I don't do coffee no more. I do tea.
Yeah.
And
Tea is the better option anyway.
It is.
I have
Good
to
choice.
disagree. I
not
have
when,
to
well, not when
disagree.
you dump a ton of honey in it and some sugar and milk, but
What?
it's good that way hot. I like it hot.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to be, but there I am. I lied. I told on myself. But well, honey's good for you. It really
It is.
is.
It has, I believe, if you get local sourced honey, the
Mhm.
pollen that the bees use can actually help boost your immune system.
It does.
Yeah,
It's a
uh,
vitamin B.
Yep.
Mhm. Honey
full of
has antibacterial.
Yep.
Antimicrobial.
It's anti-inflammatory
Yep.
Mhm.
and
It's got a lot of good stuff.
anti-brachial. I can't remember.
You're
I
on the
have
right
it on
path.
my slide.
Antibrachial?
Maybe I have it on my
And
slides, but
honey
it's
never goes bad.
It doesn't.
that too. It
Mm-hmm.
it's good for sickness
Mhm.
and stuff.
My dad was a big beekeeper,
Mhm.
and I always loved it when he would separate it and then he would keep some in blocks, and the blocks he'd
Oh.
cut in like little slivers for us.
Oh,
So-
honeycomb.
Oh yeah. So you chew it,
Mm-hmm.
and chew the wax for a while. Before
Be a nice snack.
Oh yeah.
Like my Werther's.
Love that
caramels.
stuff. So you guys have natural raw honey,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
natural raw honey again. What's the difference? All one's in a squeeze bottle, one's in a glass jar. The prices aren't bad at all.
No.
Yeah, and we also have a 5-gallon jug on there.
The squeeze
think,
bottle's
right?
a pound.
Yeah,
The glass
we do
jar
have
is 6
squeeze
ounces.
bottles.
Yeah. You have a stinging hot honey.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's
I'm
dep-
really excited about that one.
It's
So was
I'm buying
good.
that one.
Deputy McBride did. He's all excited about his hot honey. The buzzing. Well, I don't know if he got the stinging hot or the buzzing hot.
Stinging is the hotter one. So
I-
forewarn him.
I can't remember.
I
which one he
love spicy things. Growing up in a family of Puerto Ricans, everything was really spicy. So I love spicy stuff. So I'm really excited.
Mm-hmm.
got. I'm not sure about the smoked honey.
I put that one down.
Did you
as
put that
well.
one down?
Yeah. I
Um,
was thinking maybe like a gift for my stepdad or something, because he loves cooking ribs, so you could just
Oh, that.
brush it on
That's a
there
good
or something.
idea.
Or hot honey pizza. We could put it on like a pepperoni
Look at
pizza
her.
for hot
She's
honey.
going. And now they got, I just see they have a
We
5
have
pound
more.
of
Mhm.
natural raw honey.
Yeah.
That's a lot of honey there.
So this is our
It is.
new and updated list because they actually sent us more products.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did?
All
Yes.
the bundles
So
on the
is
back.
this the new one that I'm
That
reading
that
off
is
of?
the new one. Yes.
This is, yes, it's the new packet, all the bundles on the back. I set them in stone myself, so everything on the back, I created those
Created.
bundles.
All right.
Well, I chose the product to go in each bundle,
Bundle.
and there's
You-
2 different scents.
You
All
did
right.
amazing on
Yeah.
these. I just want to let you know because I am going to get one of these so fast.
Mhm.
Well, I'm going to go through some of these. Because I didn't, the blackberry sounds good.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So basically, what the bundles are, they're like gift boxes. You can
Okay.
get them for yourself or for someone over the holidays. They're really nice. They aren't. I know how most places have super expensive candles or super expensive
Right.
like pre-made gift boxes. These do not go past like.
Why don't you tell us
25.
about a couple of the bundles and what's in them?
Okay, so there's a creamed honey bundle in there. I'm for the creamed honey bundles, I made a berry box, and I also made like a beige bundle, so it has the original, the maple, the cinnamon, and the caramel. But for each one, I had like a specific thing in mind of what I wanted to put in there. So if I made one that had like a Christmassy one. It's the Nate's Nectar Essentials Holiday Gift Box Set 2. It has a pound of natural raw honey, the pomegranate creamed honey, the peppermint stick candle, and the eucalyptus and peppermint body butter with the Bee Healed lip balm, which I was really excited about. I had a lot of fun making all of these bundles.
You sound like you did. You
Well,
sound
yeah,
like
and
it.
you know,
And the-
actually, I'm on the Beeswick skincare, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking maybe because beeswax actually has some anti-aging properties. So I was thinking maybe for like people who are more on the beauty side of things. Obviously, if skincare is important, so even if you're not worried about your age or anything, that would be great for you. But
Also, with the skin aspect of like wax and honey, wax is so good, or like beeswax or anything that bees make. It's so good for like irritated skin, dry skin. It does wonders. It's great. Moisture property of it. It's good. That's why you see it in so many chapsticks.
like Burt's
who,
Bees,
Who found the honey stuff?
Mrs. Leonard's, right?
She
But
found
I
it?
just kind of took
Yeah.
it a step forward. I didn't.
Now, when
pick
you're
them up.
looking at all their products,
Mhm.
because there's so many, that I mean, you're offering a ton of them here. The bee hills, the lemongrass, I don't know,
the bergamot.
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 It's a type of wood, I think,
Yeah,
These
I think
are-
so. Bergamot.
or it's a herb.
These are lip balms.
Yes.
Yeah. Originally, we didn't have these lip balms. We only had the Bee Healed lip balm. But I contacted Erica, and I got these bundles and the extra lip balms for us. So that we.
So how many more of different? They have like more that you could have picked
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
I could have added more, but I didn't want to overload everybody.
Loaded, yeah.
But I thought the gift boxes would be a great thing. So also, if you didn't want to just buy 20 individual products, you could just buy
Buy
the
your package.
Gifts.
The,
Gift.
yeah, I know my English teacher, Mr. Savrick, he got some bundles on here instead of getting the candles
Mhm.
for people for Christmas. So that's
very
pretty cool.
smart. And like you said, there's so many to pick from. So I mean, there's unscented, grape, spearmint, lavender, orange. I mean, there's a lot to pick from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Origi-
somebody should find something.
It's
Yeah.
also kind of different from last year with that one fundraiser. You had like set in stone items. With this, you have more options, more places to choose. You don't have like those bundles where you can't mix and match. You have options here, and it's reasonably priced. So you can get like
It really
so
is.
many things.
the the gift boxes on the back are set in stone, but on their website, you can customize. But I thought it would cause less confusion, and originally they didn't even sell holiday gift boxes or bundles for wholesale. I actually gave them that idea, and they said they might think of changing it up and putting these bundles and stuff into wholesale as well. So I influenced their business too, which is pretty cool. That's what their marketing manager or whatever said.
Erica.
Erica.
Yeah. And I think it's so smart of you to do that, because with like holidays coming around, like we just passed Halloween, but like Thanksgiving, Christmas, most people for gifts, or like I guess like housewarming gifts if somebody moves in, get candles. And it's kind of like a staple of the season, so
Are there
it's
candles in here
genius.
too?
Yes.
Yeah, the beeswax
I see
candles
them.
and the tins.
Mhm.
Yeah, a popular one that I've seen is fresh coffee. Sorry.
You're
Fresh
fine.
coffee.
And the salted caramel. I've had a lot of people. I know Mrs. Kish and Mrs. Sterling are both getting the salted caramel from me. Well, not from me. Mrs. Kish bought from someone else, but.
Well, you got beeswax skincare. You got
Mhm.
creamed honey. That's what I'm trying. Beeswax candles. And then, I don't know what I would do with this, but you got bee tamed hair sticks.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I actually wanted to buy one of those because I don't know if anyone has seen me in the hallways, but I usually have pretty untamed hair. So I was thinking of buying this and seeing if it works, and I think I bought the smaller stick just to try it out. And I know a couple of other people are too, especially from my family.
I don't want to point this out, but I have that problem too. I just
Oh,
don't have
yeah,
hair.
I could tell. It's so bad.
Oh my goodness. So basically what the bee tamed hair sticks are, it's just like a wax stick that you would lay like baby hairs down with,
Yeah.
frizzies, anything like that. So it is a very inclusive portfolio of products. So
Yeah.
that's what I really like about them. They're not like excluding anyone for the products. The products are for everyone, made for everyone, made
that's very
ethically.
nice.
Yeah, you can
That's-
put down your baby hairs too.
Yeah.
This
I
is
don't look the
cool.
greatest.
Because you do have so much. I mean, you could literally, there's so much
Mhm.
to choose, and the prices are not bad at all.
Yeah.
Especially compared to the fruit prices, and it's nobody's fault. It's
That was like $50 per
well,
pound.
Per pound.
Yeah, I paid $22 for 3 pineapples that
Yeah.
I ended up giving to other people because I didn't like how the one pineapple I had tasted.
Tasted, yeah. So I know everybody was running into that, but you know it's just the cost.
Mhm.
The cost, and then of course by the time you get it, the cost has gone up.
Mhm.
And the other problem was some of the fruit wasn't really that good anymore.
Yeah, I think it's because the power equipment lab where all the fruit was stored in, it wasn't as cold as it usually was. So I think that was definitely a problem because we
Yeah.
couldn't correctly refrigerate all the product. Like we couldn't just leave it outside, and then
No,
we
you
also had to
can't.
take it to different programs as
Right,
well.
right.
Like
This is so much easier.
we took it to vet science, and
Yeah.
they just had it in their lab the entire day.
And we also couldn't store it properly as well, and that's what really sucked. Was people paid for these items, and they weren't getting the quality that we promised. So that's why we kind of switched
Yeah.
what we were looking at.
Mhm.
Well, it's time that we move on to. There's my favorite time of the day. That's embarrassing.
Oh, goodness.
That's embarrassing.
Oh, goodness.
That's embarrassing.
I probably should have warned you guys, and I didn't.
That would have been nice because I know nothing about myself, so I have no story ready.
Everybody has something funny that's happened to them somewhere in your life where you might think it's funny. And it has to be school appropriate, please. Because we had one we're not going to get into that, but funny story about yourself. And like I said, I threw out a winger, so if you want to hear mine, you got to go back and find it. I'm not going to tell you what episode.
Who wants to go first?
Wyatt. I feel like Wyatt.
Wyatt.
I gotta think of one.
Okay.
Ludwig.
I have like a lot. I feel like I embarrass myself at least 10
Oh my
times
God.
a day.
Well, all right, let loose.
Oh god. Just recently I was playing in a golf tournament from my home school, and I was like having the round of my life. Like, I was like gonna beat my personal record by a lot. And my first tee shot of like my back nine, I hit the top of my ball, and it rolls down this big hill into like this massive pond.
No.
And then I maxed out the hole, which was like 12. So
Wow.
Oh my God.
yeah.
How do you, I know some about golf, but okay, when it goes into the pond, I take it that's a stroke.
Yeah.
So where do you play it? There's that word. So where do you place it where it went out?
Sometimes it just depends on like what course or who you're playing against. Sometimes it's line of flight, so you just like place it where you saw it go in at, or like on the other side. It just depends.
That could be dangerous in Florida.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I was driving through Orlando. Well, I was down by Orlando. My I had cousins and my one aunt. We went by a golf course, and literally there was an alligator. And I'm not exaggerating. It was as long as this table, and it was sunning itself right next to the pond. And I'm thinking, I don't think I'd be out there playing golf with these things laying all over the place. It's like, not only did I lose my ball, I lost a leg and an arm.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, at least you could be a cyborg. Not gonna lie, that'd be kind of cool.
Prosthetic arm.
Yeah.
Just beep boop.
Cyborg Deputy Mike doing time.
At your service. Who wants to go next? Okay. Yo. Okay. Funny story. So, you know how most of our programs are OSHA certified?
Are you guys not?
No, we are. We are.
Okay.
Because we work with like shavers and stuff.
Okay.
So I was at my friend's house one time. Well, ex-friend. We're not friends anymore.
All right, all right. So this did not happen to school.
It did not happen at school, I promise.
So we don't have to worry about OSHA.
No.
I'm a little bit scared
But
now.
kind of. It pertains. So her backyard was overgrown, and she had like this bush trimmer, electric bush trimmer. I don't know what you call it, Wyatt.
Hedge trimmer.
Hedge trimmer. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Okay. So I was like, hey, I'm OSHA certified. I can cut your lawn with a hedge trimmer if you would like.
The grass.
Mm-hmm. It gets
Oh
worse.
my
It gets
goodness.
worse. It gets so much worse. So I start doing that. She comes out to talk to me. I turn my head towards her, and I cut the line. I literally cut the line with the hedge trimmer.
So how much grass did you get cut with those things?
Oh, I got a really good chunk before I accidentally cut the line and electrocuted myself as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I electrocuted
take it-
myself.
Do you want to tell her that's a bad thing to do with the hedge?
Yeah.
I already know.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was definitely thinking it. I'm glad you said it.
I know. I touched the blades and electrocuted myself, and I was like, hey, maybe you should go pull the power plug, 'cause I just got zip-zapped. And she was like, oh my god, you told me you were OSHA certified, and I was like,
With dog
maybe
trimmers.
not landscaping. Maybe not. I should not ever be trusted with landscaping.
Maybe you picked the right program.
I did. I literally did. I can cut a dog's hair in no time flat. Make it look amazing.
Leave the head trimmers alone.
Can't touch a blade of grass. Can't do it.
No zero turns for you.
Yeah,
no
no
contact.
zero turns. Stay away
Nope.
from the heavy equipment.
Nope.
Yeah.
I should never touch a tractor in my life.
Okay, there are people in landscaping that shouldn't be on any equipment. It's kind of scary down there too. So, and I'm talking about the seniors as well.
Nick.
Yeah,
He's
that's-
another one of our FFA
Yeah, he's our
officers.
advisor. Well, the student advisor at least.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to know who keeps mowing and blowing their stuff on my car. It's
Look.
making me mad. Okay, so what's a funny story you got?
So if we're gonna be on the topic of OSHA,
Oh,
being OSHA
God.
certified,
Oh,
I I live in Kinsman, Ohio, and it's pretty hillbilly redneck out there. It's quite interesting, some of the stuff I get into over there. My dad and I we work on a farm together. He's there most of the time, and I'll come over and help him when I have some time off of work and when I get home from school and stuff. Well, one day we were just doing normal stuff, just cleaning out the gutters on the building there, and like I said, hillbilly redneck stuff, and we had just a normal tractor with a front loader and a pair of pallet forks on the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he just stood on the pallet, and he stood on the pallet, which didn't have sides or anything, and we raised him up. It wasn't a tall building, so we thought it'd be fine. Well, I had went to move and adjust myself
And
as
you
he was
did
up there
it?
cleaning the gutter, and I had hit the joystick, so it tipped the front of the loader down, and he slipped off.
Did the pallet go off too?
No, the pallet stayed on. I just jerked it enough to where he
Oh.
slipped off. He was all right and everything, but needless to say, I went on a 1 mile run. I mean, I that's probably the fastest I've run in my entire life. He was, woof.
Not happy.
No, I had to stay away for about a half an hour after that too.
At least the pallet didn't come off.
Yeah.
That could have been bad.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are heavy. Just one
Oh
slip
my
and
goodness.
boom, gone. Spina bifida.
Wait, what do you got
Why'd
for
you
us?
bring up spina bifida?
A broken back.
Yeah, I know my friend Wheels from Power Equipment. I believe he has spina bifida.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think I know who you're talking about. Maybe.
he's pretty chill. He's
I
one of my bestie
do.
boos.
Yeah.
Aiden, yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty cool.
What story you got for us?
Okay, so like I said earlier, I'm not very good at doing like my own stories about myself on the spot, but I don't know. I guess it's kind of embarrassing every time. I work at FYE over in the Eastwood Mall, and so I'm supposed to know a lot about pop culture and movies and stuff, and I guess it's just kind of embarrassing every time I just don't know something there.
While you step into stuff and you're like, oops.
Yeah, and well, I make my boss feel old. My boss Jesse, he's like my best friend, and every time I'm like, well, who's this and who's that? He's like, you hurt me. Like, I didn't know who Casey Jones was, and that's
You're
from
not gonna know. That's Casey Jones is way over
Teenage
than
Mutant
me.
Ninja Turtles.
Wait. Now,
How
come
did you
on.
not know what
that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
They're
Turtles
still
was?
No, I know
around.
I know who Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was, but I didn't know who Casey Jones was, and I didn't know who Jesse James
Oh, wait,
was,
Casey
and
Jo-
evidently
I
he was an
forgot
outlaw.
about Casey Jones. He's the dude with the
I don't know,
hockey mask and the stick.
maybe, but
Oh.
but every time
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
every time I don't know something at my job, I feel embarrassed. My job is my favorite place in this whole world, so I don't know. I just feel embarrassed when I don't know something, and I just.
Go
But
ahead.
it is pretty funny when I'm like,
Did you go home watching the Ninja Turtles?
no.
You better have. Go home and watch it now.
No.
Well, at
I
least-
have
at
work.
least you didn't tell
You've
somebody-
had no childhood.
Somebody was trying to-
SpongeBob.
We had a student trying to guess my age today, and she told me I was 70. I'm like, are you serious?
Nah, you're like
You look like
45.
Thank you.
You're not a day over
Wait.
20.
Wait.
That's right.
All right.
You're
stop.
not a day over 7.
7. I already considered.
He's a minor. You're telling me that's a big baby?
That's a very big baby. All right, let's
Well-
move into shout out times.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
It's shout out time.
Here's where you get to say hello to everybody. You're not limited to one person.
Oh, say hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Wyatt should go first.
I can
Why
go
you
first. So, back to the fundraiser really quick. I wanted to give a shout out to Miss Leonard for helping us, get started out with this fundraiser, and I wanted to give a special thanks to Miss Kelly Semple from the Landscape and Design program. She's really helped us out with this as well. Thank you again, Aria, for
Mhm.
putting all this together. You've done a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
And that's about it for me. Oh, and thank you for having us on.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
welcome.
Thank
Oh my
you so
goodness,
much.
Flattering him. Stop.
He's a very nice guy. I like this guy.
He's just trying to make
You
sure
know
he
what,
doesn't
though?
get in
You
trouble.
did mess up. You probably should have gave a shout out to your dad, in case he's still
Oh,
upset about
yeah.
being dumped off. the
Sorry, Dad.
Wait, what?
Sorry. His father.
Yeah, you know,
Should
because
have
he dumped him off
apologized
the.
and thanked his father.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping he forgot about that. That was a little while ago.
Oh my god. You're gonna show him this video and he's gonna be like,
I'm gonna have to run again.
strangle you.
I'm gonna have to run again.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead. Give your shout outs.
I would like to give shout out to Mrs. Lawrence and Mrs. Kelly, simple, like he said, from landscaping, and to you.
Thank you.
But also I would like to give a shout out to Mr. Savrick. He looked over my presentations and he looked over my fundraiser flyers and everything I did. And also Mrs. Hickey, she put together our order form, like she didn't put it together, but she like enlarged it so we would actually be able to see, and she did everything with that.
Not to interrupt you. So, you came up with the flyer? This?
Oh no, I
Oh.
made a flyer like that I wanted to post around, but I
Okay.
didn't get permission to. I tried to get a slide onto the Google slide presentations
Mhm.
that are always on the TVs. I'm not sure if that's happened yet, but I made a slide for that, and then I
Okay.
made flyer, and then the presentation. Mrs. Erica, she's the one that put all of this together. Actually,
Nice.
I'd like to give a shout out to her, and I'd like to give a shout out to my family and my boyfriend and his family for their support on this. They've been a huge help.
You're a busy young person. That's good.
Yeah,
You
Mr.
are,
DeJarnette for
yeah.
making my life so much
Yeah.
easier during my welding classes. Yes.
Most of your FFA student body is very busy people. Are very busy people. Ooh,
Mhm.
English. Who do I want to thank? Definitely Miss Leonard. Best teacher I could ever ask for. Best friend. Funny. Amazing woman. Definitely Miss Kelly in landscaping. Sweetest woman I know. Funniest woman I know.
I love Miss K.
Will literally, I will show up to the juniors classroom and she'll be like, they're talking about drama again. You gotta pay attention, gotta listen. It's going down.
Yeah, I've been there for since Friday, pretty much every single time during lab, and I was there all day yesterday. I love spending time with her. She was really great.
She's funny. And then to my boyfriend and his family, I recently left where I was staying, and they actually let me move in. So wouldn't be here without them. Yeah, basically became my new family.
You guys had a lot of people to shout out there, and we have like two.
Dude, I was like, I was just going
That's
to
okay.
Boyfriend.
Well, you can shout out
No.
to anyone you want.
Well, obviously, shout out to Miss Leonard for, just being a good teacher and a good mentor to me for the last 2 years. And she also put me on the spot for today, getting me out of my comfort zone a little bit. Being
Surprise.
Here. Yeah. It's a
Well,
big
you
surprise.
are quiet.
I am.
2 years, you don't say much when I'm. I haven't seen you say much. Sometimes it's hard to get her to say hi.
I always try to.
She does. She does.
And thank you for having us on here.
No, you're very well. I'm so thankful that you guys came on here, and it was a short thing too. So, it was nice that I was able to collect you all up and get you on here. And I like doing this because it helps you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a lot of work you did. So.
Yeah.
Also helps the students in this lab so they have
Mhm.
something that
Mhm.
they can work on. So shout out to them as well.
Oh yeah.
And Mr. Duran for teaching them how to be amazing at their job and future
Yeah.
career.
Well, those are
Honestly.
my crew. My crew right now is the rookies. That's who's
The
doing it.
rookies.
Yeah, they're the rookies.
Like the TV show? The
No,
Rookie?
no. Well, every
Investigators.
every one of my teams have a name.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been nameless
Oh.
for like over a year. And
Wow,
we
okay.
finally came up with the rookies for their senior year.
Oh my goodness.
Any more shout outs for you?
Oh, that's about it.
That's it?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to things to know.
Mhm.
Things to know before you go.
So one big thing to know is this fundraiser that we got going on right now. Find somebody and get some stuff.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
Don't be afraid to walk up to one of us and ask if we have the forms if you want to get something. Like, we're friendly. We won't bite. We are very open people. Probably have the paper in our bag.
I've had mine.
So, even if you are not in FFA, you are more than welcome to walk up to us and be like, hey, so I saw you on the show. Do you have the form on you? Can I get something? Deadline is the 25th. So if anyone wants to get anything, that's your deadline. We'll put the orders in.
Yes, we didn't even cover that. The deadline for this is the 25th?
Yes, and everything should come in on the 16th. And also, I wanted to add, even if we don't have the papers with us, we could still write it down in our notes app and then put it on our order form later.
All right. So, and they need the money then by the 25th.
Yes.
And all the money needs to be put together with the order form, and it needs to be brought into landscaping to Miss Semple there.
Okay.
But just give the money to us first, so it would cause less confusion,
Yeah. And most of the program instructors should have one of these on them. So even if you don't want to walk up to a student, you can ask one of the program teachers if you can take a look. So if you want something, you can bring in money the next day. Are we taking checks?
Yes, all checks need to be made out to the TCTC FFA. And yeah, like she said, don't be afraid. Come up to us. We don't bite. So.
Yeah.
Okay. One more thing to know before we go is game night's coming up next Thursday, the 14th of November. Wow, we're midway through it. And from 5:30 to 9 o'clock, right in the cafeteria. Everyone's more than welcome to join us. Come out, hang out, play some games, and have a good time. And I think you guys have anything of, any church things going on, like sales or
no, just keep a lookout
fundraisers?
for our spring fundraiser, and if any of the individual labs have a fundraiser. I know Power Equipment doesn't really raise funds or anything. So, just keep a lookout for the spring fundraiser from us. We're still deciding it.
Yeah.
So.
And one more thing. I want to hear feedback from everybody. I would like to hear what everyone wants to hear on this show. So if you have an idea which is school appropriate, please email me at mike.gear@tctchome, whatever it is, .com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know it. But I do. If you have an idea that you want to hear us talk about something, please drop me that line, or get a hold of find one of the media students here and let them know. Anything else?
If you have any questions and you don't really see any of us around, you could email me or Mrs. Semple. I know my email is ariana.vargas268@tctchome.com. So.
All right. Well, until next time, please hit those like buttons for me, and we'll see you again.
And subscribe.
I'll be on service.
Well, thank you,
Whoa,
everybody.
it's quiet.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, thank you.
So how did your golf season go?
Pretty good. I broke my school records playing.
What?
Well, yeah, I cut it once.
It's 141.